Hello everyone, welcome to Median XL. So the first question I should probably answer is why I'm playing or recording rather a pretty much dead game. And the reason being is because sometimes people come back to these games and there's not many good Let's Plays on these, so I'm going to try to make one that's decent, I suppose. There is one guy, 404 Star, that made a pretty good series that I enjoyed, but that's only one guy, and he also kind of quit his series, so I'm going to try to make a complete one for whoever wishes to watch. So Median XL, if you don't know, is basically a complete remake of Diablo 2, Lord of Destruction, and it's seriously ginormous. Compared to Diablo 2, it's like double its size at the very least, and it also has a lot of changes. For instance, gems you only need 2 of to make the higher gem, and runes you only need 2 of to make the higher rune. There's also a lot more runes in the game. Higher level runes can drop now. Zod is no longer the highest, and new uniques completely. All the other uniques are gone. They just added just new uniques to the game with higher armor, and it basically takes it into a later game, but a later game that once you kind of reach 120 and you've done all the Uber quest, which is another thing that was added. After that, it's pretty much it, but the point is the leveling is pretty fun, and that's always kind of been what Diablo 2 was about. You level, you see your character progress, and then once you get to the very end, there's not really much to do. There's bail runs, there's magic finding, but after that, there wasn't like really much. So why am I playing Median XL? Well, for one, I think it's a fabulous game. And I'm also waiting for the Path of Exile ladder to restart, which is going to be in like 2 months, and I just don't want to start a new character and then have it get deleted in 2 months, or rather moved to the softcore ladder. But yeah, I just don't want to, work really hard and then not have a character to play and then have to start all over. So I will play this game, probably not for 2 months, but maybe for 2 weeks. Hopefully, I'll try to make a full Let's Play on this. So the one thing you need to know is the character skills have completely changed. God, I only have 15 mana, holy crap. Anyways, the character tree it's just totally different. It's actually no longer a tree, it's more of a, I don't really know how I'd call that. But the point is, it's kind of different for every character. In this case, there is spear and, wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong thing. There's javelin and there's bows. So if you were to pick bows, you cannot go into the javelin tree. Not that you would really want to, because, if you're going to use a bow as your primary, why the heck would you want to use a javelin? It makes no sense. But yeah, this character starts out incredibly slow. Unfortunately, it's probably the slowest starting out character, actually, because any other character, even like a character with a sword, can do this much quicker. Actually, that being said, I'm just going to equip my spear for now because it's going to be so much quicker. Once you hit like level 2, seriously, just level 2, everything speeds up dramatically. Yeah, but point is, it starts out really slow. It's going to get more interesting. It's just going to take some time. Yeah. So Uber quests, I should probably talk about, are basically just new quests, I suppose. That are really difficult and only for pretty much maxed out characters. There are Uber quests that aren't for maxed out characters. They're like leveling Uber quests, like Trinathula or Cuirass 3K. There's a lot of stuff, honestly, and I can't honestly go over all of it because there's too much of it. I can equip my bow now, though, because we now have our ability, which is Sunstrike, which is not to be confused with Invoker Sunstrike from Dota 2. Man, that really just rapes my mana. I actually doubled my mana from leveling from 1 to 2, which is pretty weird. But the game is not going to be like this the whole time, recording-wise. I'm not going to record everything. I'm probably just going to record the first quest, the Den of Evil, and potentially the first kind of beginning tutorial boss, I suppose, that they added to the game. That gives you a nice skill gem. That helps you out. You actually need to be level 5 for that, though, so that's why I'm leveling. I believe you're supposed to just do this before the Den of Evil, so I'll probably end up doing that.
I need mana.
So this is going to be pretty boring for the most part, so I'm probably going to cut here and resume once I'm level 5. Something else I should probably mention is why I actually picked the Amazon. And that's because it's really the only class I know how to do besides the Paladin. I'm actually currently playing a Paladin though, with a friend. So that's exactly why I'm not going to be playing one through this, even though I'm most confident with it, and it's actually like a face roll character where you just place sentries, essentially, that kill everything, and it's completely safe too, so you don't have to worry about anything. It's actually difficult to die on a Paladin, whereas this character, it's going to be a little easier, especially since you usually run up into the faces of monsters and drop a barrage, which is a ability that you'll see once I'm level 6. And that's level 4. I have 2 points to put into. I'm going to put in Sunstrike and Wild and Free. Wild and Free just gives me movement speed, so yeah, I'm faster now. It's a pretty nice move. Something I'm probably going to take the points out of later, just because it doesn't really matter, and I'll have a lot of things that are adding to skill points. So, a lot of things, meaning items, I should add. I really say things too much. It's not very specific, and it might confuse people. But, yeah, this game is really good. It's the reason I say game is because it's like completely different from Diablo 2. They're nothing really similar, except, well, they are similar. I shouldn't say nothing, because I mean the game literally looks the same, as you can see, but it just plays very, very different, and you do very, very different stuff, and it's almost like a sequel, I would say. The correct Diablo 3 with just terrible graphics, because it's still Diablo 2 graphics. But yeah, if you did want Diablo 3 to be more like Diablo 2, I would recommend playing this very much. Personally, I was very disappointed with Diablo 3, like everyone else in the world. So the first thing I did, really, was after playing my, like, 100 hours into Diablo 3 and then just quitting, I just played Diablo 2 afterwards. Just went back to the original, because why not? If the sequel's bad, you just gotta give it time to mature, and unfortunately, it still really hasn't done that, in my opinion. And I find Path is a better game. But besides that, ooh, there we go. We hit level 5. Okay, let's go over here. Besides that, it's just so different, and you'll see that in the future here. But for now, let's get these ads away. Just while I'm looking at this, jewels are pretty important, and you're going to want to save them. Not just because of the fact that jewels can be really good, but because you can actually use them to put sockets in items, which is one of the great things about this mod. You can literally add sockets, straight sockets, to an item that doesn't have sockets in it. If it already has sockets, you can't add it, but there's ways of fixing that and whatnot and getting max sockets, which we'll go into later. There's a ton of crafting recipes that I can't really go into now because, like I said, there's a ton of them. So yes, let's put another point into Wild and Free. I believe that actually gives me more than just movement speed. Faster hit recovery. Okay, that's a good thing. Oh, yeah, I guess. Anyways, let's go ahead and activate this quest. So, you can see here it gives you a little statue. That's been in my inventory that I haven't really gone over. Gives you a note. Herodic Staff now drops in the Claw Viper Temple, and Cullum's Will now drops in the Tyrannical, so you don't have to go all over the place to get stuff anymore. The only thing about this that kind of sucks is if you are in a party with someone else, maybe one of your friends that you're playing with, you actually have to do the Claw Viper Temple twice, because the Herodic Staff only drops once, because it drops from a mob as opposed to dropping from a set thing, and it can't predict the amount of players, I'm assuming, in the game. Anyways, though, I believe it says put in cube and click transmute. There we go. Level 0 challenge. So the Uber quests are basically challenges in this game. It's things you do that you can actually skip, but you don't want to skip. You can accidentally skip them, I should say, because you don't want to skip them. They give you really big bonuses in this game, and skipping them just really screws your character over. Not to say you couldn't still play your character, but it's just, you know, it's skimping yourself. Why would you do that? Stupid. Okay, so let's see. Use this. Yeah, okay. So with this in your inventory, it'll activate this skill, the the summon skill. I thought it was called something else. But anyways, you summon this guy in a sec that I don't want to summon yet because I'm not really sure if we're ready for him. Let's put into dexterity, at least. Not that it's gonna really help us at all. It might. Attack rating's good. Point is, though, this guy shoots lightning. You don't want to get hit by it. It one-shots you no matter what. So you basically kite around him. He places traps down, and you need to kill these traps. Once you kill all these traps, you can damage him. Right now, he's currently invincible, as you can see. But once his traps are dead, you can damage him, and you kill him, and you actually cube his charm with a gem. He usually drops a gem. I think he always drops a gem, actually, and that skeleton is seriously gonna fucking kill me if I walk into him. Actually, I'm not sure if you phase in this game. I don't think you do. I don't think you can phase 3 units. But yeah, you just kill these traps. Whoops, oh my god, I made a mistake. There's 2 of them. Okay. I probably should have taken that off my my stuff. Damn it. Now there's a bunch of traps. I actually can't get past this now, so I'm gonna have to make a new game. That's actually quite embarrassing. Yeah. Okay, let's do that. Let's hope we get a good server. We got Singapore. That's not good. Oh, that's not good at all. I'm gonna have to make another one. Okay, we got the Czech Republic. That's better. Okay. Yeah. Singapore, the only problem about this, if you're American at least, is that the servers are not hosted in America. None of them are. So, Germany and, well, I guess if you're on the East Coast, Germany and the Czech Republic do not lag at all, which is awesome. But Singapore does, unfortunately, which is kind of weird. Isn't Singapore like closer to America? Maybe not. I am map retarded, so just don't take my word for that at all. Okay, I'm actually going to bind a different ability on here. Let's bind Bloodlust to Q. Let's get this going. The reason why it's superior to summon it here, by the way, Vollrath that is because his traps can't spawn inside the safe zone. So you get like a third less of his traps when you do it this way. So it just makes it a little easier, in my opinion. Let's use this on us. I have no idea what this skill does. It might give us more damage. I have no idea. By the way, my arrow is Pierce. I failed to mention that. There's so much content that I'm probably just not going to end up going over because it's like I already know it. And it perhaps seems obvious to me, even though it shouldn't to you. So yeah. If you're curious about something, just ask me in the comments, I suppose, and I'll answer that. So basically, we just go in circles, dodge his lightning. It's pretty simple. Break his traps, run in a circle again, hit his traps again. Quite repetitive, as you can see. Unfortunately, the traps, it should really be less tanky, in my opinion. Like, this isn't difficult to do. That's it. They just make it drawn out and very long. So we almost got him here. Also, don't walk in to the town like I just did there. Most of the time he'll actually despawn and you'll have to kill all these tanky traps over again. And that's very annoying, so you've been warned. I actually don't have a scroll of identify. I think I might have just screwed myself over. We'll see. Now we can attack him. Use Bloodlust. Maybe it'll give us more damage. I have no idea. Apparently, I took damage. That could be related to the fact that we are on maybe a worse server. I'm not really sure, but that was ridiculous. I didn't have a scroll of identify anyway, so that's whatever, but you guys kinda, I at this point, I hope, understand how this works. So I think what I will do, there we go. Will that sell? No, it won't sell enough. I could just sell this. There we go. I'm just gonna do this off camera since it's pretty obvious at this point, and I will tell you when I'm done and when I've killed him. Okay, whoa, I almost got hit by lightning there. So I killed him. You can see he dropped some stuff. He dropped a gem and a rainbow stone. You're going to need to identify the gem, and quickly, while you have these things surrounding you, you need to cube it with a gem, and there you go. You get the bonus. So 10% increase overall speed, 10 to attributes, which is max. 234 extra gold from monsters. That is actually not max. 250 is max, I believe, on that. Not that it matters, because this is such a small gem that yeah, it's pretty low. However, it does help. It's a very helpful thing early on. So there we go. That's Vollrath. That is basically the beginning boss. I'm surprised I had so much trouble with him. It's actually kind of embarrassing. But you'll notice, actually, I should probably mention this, my mana is not draining as quick as it was before, and that's because I guess my character just gets really good mana gain per level. And eventually mana is just not a problem in this game. It's very common to be like level 10 and not be able to destroy all your mana pool, no matter what you do. So that's an experience shrine. I'm probably not going to do all of the Den of Evil on camera because it's straightforward and everyone knows it already. But maybe I can level up or something, or not. I'm going to be picking up every gem because stuff's useful pretty much early on. Runes aren't as much, unfortunately. I actually spent like 7 hours trying to get a specific rune, farming runes in Tranithula, or Kuras 3K, I mean, and I ended up just getting the rune in the next difficulty like 20 minutes later, so that sucked really fucking bad. So the point is, I wouldn't combine your runes, and I wouldn't necessarily pick all of them up. Obviously, pick the ones that you need up, and if you're like 4 runes or 4 rune levels away from a rune that you want, sure, combine them, you know, but your stash will fill up very quickly with them, and honestly, it's just faster to go through the difficulty and find the higher rune that you need. So I'm going to go ahead and do the Den of Evil since it's straightforward. I'm only going to be doing the quests that actually benefit me. So, like, skill points and attribute points, if that's a thing. I don't think it is, honestly. But, yeah, that's pretty much all I'll be doing. And I will try not to cover the quests that are already in Diablo 2, because that's kind of boring. Because you've all seen it before, most likely. If you haven't played Diablo 2 and you're playing this, well, that's kind of weird, honestly. I don't even know. That's really weird. But we should still do it. This game is good. But I'm going to pause recording. I will come back to you guys when I am done with this. And we'll probably stop there. Forgot I was level 6. I can show you guys the best ability ever now for farming and getting through the game. Takes a lot of mana at first, but it shoots like a million arrows and mows through everything. So this is Barrage. This is what I was talking about. It's most effective if you do get super close to enemies, as you can see. So that's what I tend to do. Just kill the shaman real quick, but yeah, just wanted to show you that ability. It's really useful. I wouldn't say it's your main ability, however, because you're not going to be using it throughout the whole game. These actually do a freaking crap ton of damage, so I'm going to have to take that a little slower. But it is very useful for getting through the game, especially farming. Like, if there's a bunch of weak mobs that you just want to farm uniques from, that's exactly what you have to do. Or what you can do, rather. That's quite easy. And holy crap, I can't kite for shit. And I actually want to record this part because this guy dropped something. Oh my god, that was a lot of damage. That's actually my dude. Let's kill these last few guys. And I will show you what he dropped. Hi, damn it. There we go. Okay, so 4 character orbs. This seems to be the only quest that drops you multiple things, which is kind of sad. So character orbs are basically customizable gems that you can combine stuff with, and it gives you flat stuff, like flat max health, flat defense. You basically cube just different things, oils, which I haven't shown you guys yet, gems or something, and yeah, it's, oh, that was it, by the way. That was the whole Den of Evil, it looks like. Point is, though, You'll see a little more of it later on, I mean. But it's really cool. And the great thing about it is you can... I don't know if it's intended, but let's say I had 5 or 15 amethysts into this, and I get whatever bonus amethyst happens to add. If I were to try to cube another amethyst with this, it wouldn't fit, obviously, because I have the max amount that I could add to it. However, it would re-roll it. So you can basically re-roll all your gems into perfects if you happen to have them in this character orb, which makes me want to try something out. Let's go to the stash real quick. So I believe if I have this in my stash, and I go back over here, I can pick up another.
I can't.
No, I can't. Okay, I was wrong. Never mind. My whole plan is ruined. But what I was thinking is having basically a dummy orb where you just had a bunch of gems and you can make all your gems perfect. That'd be cool, but it doesn't work, it looks like. So let's go over to Akara real quick, get our skill point, put a few things into stuff, and we'll probably end the episode here. The reason I'm putting so much into dexterity is because not only the hit chance, which honestly isn't hard to get up, but because I want to be able to equip better bows as early as possible. It's pretty common for stuff to be low level requirement, but really high stat requirement in this. So having an incredibly high dex would be good because I'd be able to use really high tier uniques that are like tier 40, but or not tier 40, level 40 requirement, but tier 6 that just require an obscene amount of dex that I could potentially have if I put enough into dex. So that is why I'm doing that. Yeah. There's so much to cover. There's crafting uniques that I have to cover. There's just disenchanting uniques. There's so much. For now, though, let's go ahead and identify this. I totally forgot what this actually gives you. Looks like it gives you nothing for now. But like I said, you can in fact customize it. But that's going to be it. I will see you guys in the next video of this, hopefully, if you're interested. And we'll probably end up going to Tristram and killing Andy in the next episode, hopefully. I'm going to try to not cover all the... I've already mentioned this, but I'm going to try to cover not all of the... Damn it, I'm ruining words right now, like completely. I'm going to try to not cover stuff that's already in Diablo 2. And only cover Median XL stuff, because you guys should probably know the Diablo 2 stuff already. But to give you a quick insight for next episode, all these items do a lot of good stuff, including an apple, which sells for a lot. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one, hopefully.